Julia Varvara, a photographer, actress, producer, and director, is the CEO of Hollyfield Productions. Based in London, she and her partner, Adam Morse, work with established and emerging artists to create original and thought-provoking cinematic content for a global audience. In alignment with their mission to make commercial movies with visionary filmmakers while promoting inclusion on screen and behind the camera, they unveil Suppression. What follows is a conversation not only about the film, but about Julia herself.
Having watched the film Suppression, I'm so excited to speak about it. But before we speak about that, I'd like to just speak a bit with you. I want to get to know the woman who directed this film, Julia Varvara. Thank you so much for taking this time to have this conversation.
Well, thank you for having me, first of all.
You know, after perusing through your Instagram posts, I was equally inspired as I was intrigued. So I'd like to reference a few things that you shared and hear more. I'd like to begin with this. You said, only you can dare yourself to do the best things. And so my question, I guess, to you is, what have you dared yourself to do in your life?
Ooh, good question. Well, to be honest, I dare myself every single year of my life or every single day. It's everything, you know, you have to always push the boundaries. Don't have fears. Don't let fears to stop you. Or what if I can't do it? Well, you don't know if you're not going to try, you know, so you have to try, always go for it. If you see the vision, don't be afraid. So far, I guess I can do a few examples. For example, when I was 15, I went to this audition. So I'm a dancer as well, but actually self-made one. I can call myself now professional because I taught dancing after and I choreographed and everything, but actually I was a self-learner. And I went to this big audition where, so it was a very famous Ukrainian dance crew. They worked with big stars as a backstage back dancers, and they had their own show, you know, they would be touring around Ukraine. And I just went, I just saw the poster for audition and I went for it, you know, just without any preparation or anything. And I'm walking into the room and there are like professional ballerinas there, you know, wearing like proper shoes and everything. I'm not like high heel shoes, you know, like with the skirt. I was like, and they started to like show choreography. I was like, oh shit, this is serious, where I came from. So I sat and watched it and everything. And then at the end of it, they had also auditioned freestyle dancers. So they wanted to see like who might have potential to dance. Anyway, I danced, I impressed the choreographer of the dance crew. And a week later, I was in. And I was dancing with the people who were so professional. They all had a choreographic education. So they were themselves choreographer by, you know, status. Yeah. They were very powerful, strong dancers. I was just self-learner. I couldn't even do a proper split at that time. You know, and they were like holding the leg behind. I was like, oh, what? I might need to exercise a bit more. So yeah, so you just need to believe in yourself. And sometimes ignorance is bliss, you know what I say? But also, like, don't be afraid, you know, if you're not going to try, you're not going to know how it's going to adapt for you. Also, I went to work to Egypt when I was 16 to make money for my education. I wanted to be a film director and actress, and my parents couldn't afford to pay for my education because I needed to go to Kiev, and I'm originally from Odessa, and we literally have nothing there to become a filmmaker, like no facilities to go to study. So yeah, my parents said, if you want to, you know, study, you can make your own money. So I did.
Wow, that's incredible. Just at age 15 and then at 16, my word. You know, I want to go to the year 2022. So when it first began. So as we welcomed in this new year, and this most recent New Year's Eve, you made a statement and you asked a question. You said, I am ready to take over the world. Are you? And I'll first answer your question by saying, on behalf of Jack and myself and all of Awareness Ties, yes, we are ready.
Yes,
To do
guys.
that.
My kind of team. Let's do it.
We're family. We're like sisters right now.
Yeah.
So my question for you is, with your readiness that you have, Julia, how do you intend to take over the world? What is your game plan? Fill us in. What's going on?
Oh, it's a big question. Well, first of all, my life policy is to be in charge of your own destiny. So don't sit and wait and expect somebody bring you something on a plate, because that's not going to happen. I mean, sometimes, very rarely happens, you just get lucky, but not in most of the cases. Let's be realistic. And if you want something, you need to see the goal. You need to have a vision, like a tunnel vision, and go for it always confident, and don't doubt yourself, because lots of people, they have many talents, but they sit and they think like, oh well, what if this, what if that? Well, you're not gonna try, you're not gonna know. You need to force yourself, and my strategy is to, instead of sitting and waiting, like for example, I finished drama school and I was like, and I was pretty lucky, I got agents straight away, and I was like, oh great, I can just relax and like wait for auditions. No, it's not gonna work like this. You need to bring something to the table in this industry. There's like thousands of actors, directors, producers coming out, and you can't just sit on your bum and waiting somebody to bring you something. You need to fight for it. You need to go, you need to not physically fight. He was like, oh Jesus, this one was a bit feisty. But like you need to believe in yourself, and if you're not gonna do something about it, if you're not gonna believe in yourself, if you're not gonna back yourself up, why should others people do? So my strategy is to go for it.
I love this strategy. I support it wholeheartedly. I think it's wonderful. Another thing that you've said in the past is one of the keys to happiness is to live in a place that you love. So I have to ask you.
You did proper digging there.
Right? What
I
is
feel
it
like I've been checked.
What is it about London where you live that you love? Yeah, what is the answer here?
London, first of all, is love of my life, I think, for sure, for the rest of my life. I love everything about London. I love architecture. It's gorgeous. Every time I walk, I look around and I feel so happy and blessed. I actually have tears in my eyes every single time when I just walk alone, when I don't have distraction on people, talking to them. So, and people as well. I love that it's so multicultural, I love that there's so many nationalities, so many languages here, so much beautiful, food, clothes. I love fashion so much. So I love to see, authentic people, somebody from, Africa with some crazy, this thing, whatever it's called, or Arabic woman, when you can see just the eyes, but there's some jewelry and everything. And there is some, it provokes me. And it's like, oh, what's going on with that person? What is she about? What is her life like? My favorite thing is to watch people actually on the train or underground tube, we call it in London, is the best, when you look and everybody's so different. You can see somebody 60 years old with purple hair, like crazy earrings and like fluffy yellow coat, and you feel like, wow, you would not see that in Ukraine for sure. So that's why I love that people are free here. I like that also it's very inclusive with gay community. Like you don't have to hide here. You can be yourself. You can talk the truth. You're actually free. I feel safe here. I feel free here. It's my life. It's my love.
That is awesome.
Did I convince you to come to London?
Well, yeah, I think we're gonna have to look at dates and make something happen. I think that's for sure.
Definitely.
So when we're talking about locations, right?
Yeah.
I want to talk location a bit more, because there are other people that live in other places and who love them very much. I want to speak specifically about Ukraine, because there are those who are friends and who are family of yours who live in the Ukraine. Regarding the series of events as of late, I would love to give you an opportunity to share your thoughts, your feelings, your hopes.
For Ukraine. Well, my hope is obviously that it's soon going to be over without any further casualties. It's very important to specify, you know, because when you wish to summon the universe, you need to be careful what you wish for. So I say for it to be over, but without any more casualties.
Yes.
I hope that, you know, two presidents will be able, I'm talking about Putin and Zelensky, find a resolution and they can speak and, you know, make peace. But I'm not sure it's gonna happen. I'm not gonna lie. I have fears. I know that Ukraine wants peace, and there is no reason really for Ukraine to be aggressive. And we were never attacking anyone or trying to, you know, do anything to provoke this. But on the other side, there is somebody I think was just greed of power, and it's never enough. It's like more want to expand. I think that's the goal of the, you know, Russian leader. But I want to say that it's nothing to do with Russian people, because I have friends in Ukraine and I have friends in Russia, and I love, and I never actually seen the difference between our cultures. So for me, Russian and Ukraine is the same thing, you know, and I never separated us as a different nationalities. For me, it's the same ground. So that's why it's painful for me when I watch the news and they say, oh, Ukrainian sniper hit some plane and everything. I understand that this is someone's son, this is someone's husband, this is someone's dad also dying. So I'm not cheering for the opposite side at the moment, you know, to not succeed or something. I just want nobody to, you know, sacrifice their life, because it's so not worth it.
Right.
So I'm basically, I'm against the fighting for the flag, you know, and I just want peace, and I just want people to live in peace and be healthy and safe and not, you know, under any suppression. Funnily enough, I didn't mean to put it in there like that. It just came through.
But you did. And so on that note, let's pivot the conversation yet again. Because now that I've learned more about you, Julia, and love you, I'd like to learn more about your most recent film. So let's talk about Suppression. So to bring people up to speed, I'll fill people in that with this film, the tables turn on a troubled psychoanalyst when he is assigned to evaluate a detained killer and is soon forced to look inside himself and faces his own demons. Now, this is a short film that is a must see, and I put must all in capitals. I know because I've seen it. And for those who haven't, in words of your own as the director, what is it that you would like to share with others about this film? What is this film to you?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for a must recommendation. I'm flattered. Of course, I'm not going to tell you like the plot of the movie fully, because I want you to watch it. But for me, I think the most important thing is that every film should have a message. So I'm not into abstract things. I mean, I can appreciate it visually, but I have to have a strong message. And my message in Suppression is, you know, it's about how unhealthy it is to store negative emotions. And when it's built up to a certain point, you can actually explode in a very ugly way. So I think it's always best to talk through things and everything. But in the same time, it teaches people about compassion, you know, not to force also people to maybe live through the problems the same way you think it's okay to live. Like some people, when they're mourning or when they're sad, you know, you can see it. They drink, they take drugs, they cry, and some people store it all together. And just because here is nothing, it doesn't mean that in your heart is nothing too, you know. So it's important to understand as well that everybody deal with problems differently, and you need to be able to accept that and, you know, don't judge.
Yeah, no, I love that. And I think you explained it very well that way, to say that, you know, that we have to give people that space and sort of that grace, right, to work through things and to give them, you know, it's not that people need permission, but sometimes we feel like we do, and we don't have to have that. So yeah, it's an absolutely incredible short film. And Yeah, I hope everyone sees it.
Thank you.
I'd like to go to another thing that you said.
Jesus.
I properly stalked you, okay?
I need to be careful what I put on those Instagram posts.
You might just inspire some crazy lady from the States. So as our conversation today, as we come to a close with this, I want to go back to November 7th, 2019. You made a post and you said, America is definitely the land of opportunities, especially for filmmakers. Big things ahead for us. Life is exciting. So I want to know right now, we're at a different stage, a different age.
Yes.
But right now, for you, what are the big things ahead and what is Julia most excited about?
Ooh, okay. So we're not touching that timing. What was then? Yeah, okay. I had crazy plans then, to go to US and everything. We actually were planning to move with my business partner, but it's actually just before COVID started, and that changed all the plans. But I say everything happens for a reason, so I never have regrets or like disappointments. I think, life directed me this way, so this is the path I have to take. And at the moment I'm very excited about a feature film we're about to shoot this summer. I'm acting in it and I'm also producing it, and it's directed by my business partner and partner in life for now, who knows. Adam Morse. It's about social media and about how dangerous it is and where it could take you. It's a psychological horror. Yeah, and it's sexy as well, but it's provocative. It's something that hasn't been done before, but I think people will like it. And the end is like, whoo, killer. But I'm not gonna tell you what's happening.
We will wait patiently for this to come out. Yes.
And also, I'm hoping if everything goes well and we manage to, get funding for my first feature as well, which I wrote actually during lockdown. It's also horror. So you can see, lockdown inspired us for horrors. About people, going to this house away and some scary things starting to happen to them. And I thought I can't wait to direct that as well. It's going to be very creepy and, like getting under your skin.
Oh, very
I can see your face like,
I'm like, what
romantic
is
comedy,
going to
please. I thought romantic comedy is on the slate. Also, and the last thing, well, it's not last for now, to mention, we've got actually two production companies. It's Hollyfield Production and Varvara Entertainment. Again, with myself and Adam Morse, as you can see, we're doing everything together. I almost feel like he should be sitting next to me. We're like twins, Siamese twins. Our friends actually tell us that we even walk together, like this, like the same. You're gonna, see, witness it yourself soon when you come to London.
Oh yes.
Under our production company, we have several projects in development, and hopefully we'll be able to, deliver all them. And I hope to grow as a professional and as a human being as well. That's what I'm excited about ever since before.
Well, I think that's a beautiful thing. Those are beautiful things to be excited about. And first right now for Suppression, excited about that. Just excited to get to know a little bit more about you. Thank you so much for taking the time just to share more about yourself, about your film, and about your plans to take over the world. So
thank you. And you with me on the team. You just signed up for it.
Count me in. I'm down.
We're ready. Let's do it. So nice to talk to you.
So appreciate you. Thank you
Really
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sending love from London.
Love from Lynn. I will take it. Thank you from London for helping all of us become a bit more aware now. Thank you.
Yes, awareness is the thing.
It is key.